Right, the previous correction I did on the Hornbow seemed to help a bit, so I'm going to do more of the same. I've got it jigged up on my magic angle block, and I've got it at a funny angle so that any water I put on it can run off. Now what I'm doing may be totally bonkers, but I'm torn between taking all the sinew off and trying to straighten the horn and wood, or just trying to fix it as is. And it's a matter of trying to do things piecemeal. I can always escalate matters and take the sinew off. The real problem is I think I need to bend this sideways. Now obviously in a thin flat section it's very hard to bend it sideways. You can't bend a school rule sideways, you can bend it up or down easily. So where can I bend it? Well, I could bend it at the joint. If I can soften the joint and force it across, sort of across and twisted and what have you, there's a chance I may be able to pull it into shape, or it may all fall apart and the sinew may come off or whatever, and I may end up having to rebuild the whole thing. But I don't want to really take it down to bare wood and start having to reassemble it, else I might as well have started from scratch. So I'm going to see what I can do. I'm going to get some water up at about 70 degrees C, which is what it needs to be for softening the sinew. I'll keep pouring that over it, try and soften up the joint a bit and ease it off. The danger is, if I ease off the joint, will it spring apart as it moves? Will it need reclamping, or who knows really? I can also blast the underneath there, the belly side, the horn side. I can blast that with some heat, dry heat, you know, from a heat gun. But I thought I'd pour a load of hot water over it first and see what happens. I can't really do that whilst holding the camera, so you just have to trust me, and at least you've seen her before. That's how I'm trying to jig it up, and maybe we'll see an after. What I'm really trying to do is force this across that way without this wood that was touching the main wooden block here. I'm trying to get the correction in this sort of area. I've also got it clamped up. You can see this one, I've got a slight gap there. I've made an attempt to get it all lined up nice and sort of straight, but you can see I've got it actually pushed a bit too far this way. But that's generally what you want, overcorrect a bit, and it's easy to relax back. Trying to get the camera to focus. The sinew's been lifting in parts, which is fine, so I may well take it off and redo it. It gives me an idea of how thick it is as well. I've jammed another bit of wood in there. I've been getting the hot water on it with this J cloth. Other cloths are also available. Well, that water's hot. Barely get my hands on it. That sort of effect I've been doing. And it's had some good dry heat on the belly side as well. So I've been pretty vicious. Hopefully that will have had some effect. What I need to do though, before I ever try it, is to leave it there overnight, let it all cool down and settle. Then I need to reapply some sinew and build it back up, because I'd noticed where it was flexing on this limb but not the other, there are some little cracks appearing and sinew was lifting because this was weak. So basically the sinew on this limb needs redoing. Then that's going to take an age to dry. What I'll do is I'll do a little follow-up video tomorrow when I get all these clamps off, so you can see where we are. But after that it'll be not much happens while I'm applying sinew and letting it dry. Here we are the next morning, and I'm just going to measure across to there. That's about 65 millimeters. Then I'll unstrap it and see what it bounces back to. Right, I've still got it all clamped up here, so nothing could have shifted except the bit where I'd pushed it apart with the bits of plywood. So it looks pretty good. Let's just get the tape on there. There, that's bounced back to about 53 or something. But compared to how that was when I started, that's looking considerably better. So the next move's probably going to be to redo some of this sinew, but hopefully do it maybe with it clamped up in position to stop it, you know, the heat of the hide glue letting it relax back again.